Please don't call Al Sharpton if anything happens to me or my kids. Don't call Al Sharpton. That's what I have to say. I did not know that Al Sharpton is still the guy to call to be standing up there with you. I'm just going to be honest. When I see Al Sharpton, it's giving me scam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I don't know why. Okay, I lied. I do know why.
I went back and grabbed it again. I said, come on, come on. You got to see it. I'm not kidding. She stumbled in. She cut the light on. Roaches was gone. So I'm now in the little hallway trying to figure this out. And I figured it out, that when you cut the light on, when you cut the light on, the roaches run. I did not come to Mississippi to cause no trouble. I come to cut the light on.
You see the BS? Let's see who are the roaches. You said when you turn on the light, the roaches is gone. That's how I feel about y'all. When black people like me shine the light on the crime that's happened in the black community, and black children, young men and women are losing their lives to a bunch of criminals in our community, you run. Y'all run. Like the roaches in your analogy. Whenever black people shine the lights on our wrongdoing to each other, y'all ambulance chasers or race baiters are gone. Y'all run like roaches. That little girl whose parents killed her and poured acid on her body, we shine light on that, y'all gone. Like that. Gone. When Aiken Liverpool end up dying on a boat around alleged black people. Gone. Roaches. That's y'all. No race betas in sight. When we shine the light on Keanu, who was killed in Harlem, gone. Nowhere to be found. You know why? Because y'all only care when a black person's life is taken and it's a possible white suspect or assailant.
Or the police.
Or what about the black youth getting shot in the subway? Or the black man getting shot on a New York City bus, dead. Gone. Roaches. Did I get the picture? Now tell me, who are the real roaches? Y'all turned Nolan Wells' funeral service to a racist pep rally. His funeral was supposed to be about the celebration of this kid's life. Good stories from his family members and friends. And y'all just bojacked / Bogart / debowed that funeral service. Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump.
Yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves, but they have no shame. It's always about a check. It also, they don't actually care about black people. They don't care about black lives. These are also the same people that will advocate for pregnancy terminations. These are the same people that are silent when plethoras of, black folks are, taken out on major holidays. Y'all know what time it is. It happens every year, every major holiday. Honestly, I'm at a point now, well, I don't want to say this because I enjoy my long weekends, but, maybe in certain cities, they just shouldn't celebrate certain holidays. Seriously, because those are the most dangerous weekends, for highly melanated individuals in those communities. These people are nothing more than grifters. Now, I've been saying this, grifters are going grift. Ben Crump, Al Sharpton, Tesla Figueroa, there's a plethora of them out there. And they're out there for the check. They don't care about young Nolan Wells. They don't actually care about his family. This was an opportunity to get some money. This was an opportunity to continue to sow racial divide. This was an opportunity to pull Black folks back to the Democratic plantation. This is what it was, and they used it. They are opportunists. They don't actually care about him or his family. This was supposed to be a homegoing service for a young man who lost his life entirely too early. But the people who actually knew him, his friends, they couldn't get up there and speak because of the division that an Al Sharpton and a Ben Crump brought to that area. We got lots more to get into. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Talking about, bro, was that Nolan Wells' funeral or was it a press conference? Because it was his funeral, right? So why is Ben Crump and Al Sharpton speaking at his funeral? Go sit in the stands, bro. Go sit in the audience. What is you up here with a microphone for? Why is you standing behind his casket speaking as if you knew, bro? You didn't even know, bro, at all. That's what I be talking about, bro. They over here bringing up Tyler Perry, and I understand they said Tyler Perry paid for the funeral and all that, but they over here talking about personal stories and I'm putting up $50,000. Dog, do that at the press conference. This is a funeral. And we over here talking about money. Dog, I'm telling you, bro, I just can't respect any of that. I can't respect any of that. These folks didn't even know Nolan. And they got microphone time talking. The mom and dad talking, and Al Sharpton and Ben Crump can't get out of the camera. They got to make sure they're touching their arm or they touching the podium. They just got to be in the shot. Ben Crump doing the Nolan life matters. Like, bro, they making it about them.
Mm-hmm.
They're making it about them. And if you ask me personally, the reason that they brought up the $50,000 is because they know they ain't gonna have to pay that. I don't even want to get into all that, bro. But they ain't gonna have to pay it.
You know it. They're not gonna have to pay it. These people are ridiculous, man. Again, they're opportunists. And they're using them. They're using the Wells family. And honestly, I don't know if they know that they're being used. But again, like the young lady that opened this video up, don't call them. If something happened to me or my kids, don't call them. Please don't. For the love of God, please don't. Please don't. I want them people nowhere near me. They was up there, acting like acting like P. Diddy, all in the video, all in the shot. It's ridiculous. But they have no shame.
I knew what today was, but I wasn't thinking about it right then and now. I'm scrolling, minding my own business, and then I see Al Sharpton pop up, and he's talking. I'm like, oh, this must be the funeral. And then I look and see that it's Don Lemon's account because, of course, he will live stream it. And I'm listening to Al Sharpton sitting there and say that the history, when he goes to the doctor because he up his knees, something he did, whatever, and they look at his medical history. Well, we got to look at the history of Mississippi. I can't stand these. I cannot stand them. They get on my nerves. They're everything that's wrong, right? With this America, this world, whatever. They ain't pissing me the fuck. Of course, he started to try to go on a rant. And mind you, this is Nolan Wells' funeral. The only thing that should really be talked about at Nolan Wells' funeral is Nolan Wells.
He's absolutely right. But they disregarded Jesse Jackson's funeral as well, if you guys recall. Jesse Jackson's son got up there and said, hey, man, can y'all not make this political? Can y'all not make this? And what they do? Disregarded everything that man said, and they made it uber political. Because they don't care. They are opportunists. They're not smart ones, but they are opportunists. And it's sad. But again, to an extent, you got to get a Wells family to side eye because it's like, come on, man, how y'all not know that they're going to bring this spectacle to this area? Like, how'd y'all not know this? and you bring, Al Sharpton and Ben Crump's illiterate behind in, and I got to say, allegedly illiterate, but I mean, there's video.
And then it goes the gunshot wound of the head. A, the injury, proliferation of the left internal.
Nigga, free slaves read better than What in the Jerry's kids is going on here? How did this man pass the bar?
Subra. Now I'm looking at this word because I know.
Okay, eyes reads now. And Lord forgive me if he has any type of disability, but I got questions. You was smart, you was kind, you was important. The only time I read with my finger is when the print is really, really small. Maybe the print on the brief was really, really small. I volunteered Crump to read Nolan's autopsy report. And I know I'm playing around, but something really isn't adding up here. I don't know that word. What are you pretending not to know?
So it's not subdural artery, but it's
It's a daggone shame, yo. This is the shame. Are you kidding me? Shout out to AJ Rance, man. But he ain't wrong. Is he wrong? Seriously. Am I wrong for showing you guys this? Seriously, am I?
When it comes to what headlines are newsworthy concerning the black community and which ones are not, you are very close to striking gold, my friend. Very close. Just ask yourself, why is it not newsworthy when a black teenager in Jaden Pierre gets jumped by several of his peers, pistol whipped, and then shot for no reason? Why is that not newsworthy? Why is it not newsworthy when a little girl in Jasmine Barnes gets shot dead in a Walmart parking lot? Consider Jasmine Barnes' case. Initially, it was going to be newsworthy on a national level because they thought the suspect was a white man in a pickup truck. But then later they found out that it was just two black guys who couldn't aim or thought it was someone else, and they shot into the car and killed this little girl. So why is it the case that had it been a white man who killed Jasmine Barnes, it would have been national headlines? But when they find out that it was just two black men, business as usual.
Yeah,
Why
nothing to
is it
see
that
here.
Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump or Jasmine Crockett or Sean King have nothing to say in these situations? Why does CNN or ABC or MSNBC not circulate these stories for as long as they would for, say, a Trayvon Martin? The answer is certain storylines are more profitable. The more divisive a story can be, the more attention it will get. Controversy gets views, and views make money. People like Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton don't get paid to talk about black-on-black violence. It doesn't matter how heinous, how brutal, or how frequent it is. That's not where the money is. It's not divisive enough. It doesn't garner enough attention. But what does garner attention is white supremacy and police violence. So Al Sharpton and Benjamin Crump will wait on the incident of white-on-black violence so that they can fly out and give a speech and put money in their pockets. Sharpton and Crump get paid a fee to speak. The media gets viewership, which puts money in their pockets. Black people are angry, white people are angry, and politicians can profit off of the division. Everybody wins. But you can't do this with black-on-black violence. You can't blame the white man for that. How are you going to blame the white man when a YN does a drive-by up and down the street and knocks a little girl off her bike? No, Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton can't talk about black-on-black crime, because then we would have to talk about holding black people accountable for their actions. And while that may be productive, even positive, it's definitely not profitable.
This brother's absolutely right. He is absolutely right. And that goes back to my initial statement in the sense that they don't care about black folks. It is solely about the check. The problem is people continue to fall for the grift. But then again, maybe some folks look at it and say, hey, I'm about the check too. They raised what? Almost $1 million for Carmelo Anthony on a lie. No daggone well that young boy was guilty. And here it is. They've raised $700,000 or $800,000 once again on lies. Folks be lying. Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, Jasmine Crockett, and others are going to grift. And a plethora of those people are going to make some money. And they'll wait for the next one. While a lot of these communities that are full of black folks crumble. And the people who live in those communities, which are essentially war zones, live in fear. And when they ask for help, when they reach out to the president, or when they thank the president for things that he's done to help clean those communities, those people lose their jobs. So then it deters other people for coming out and either asking for help or giving kudos and credit to those who are actually helping. It's an evil world we live in, man. The evil world, man.
Atlanta, in Georgia, it's about 8% of aborted babies are black. In Mississippi, it's 82% of aborted babies are black. So all the people that talk about harm to the black body and racial inequity, and they say Black Lives Matter, they don't say that outside of Planned Parenthood.
That's a genocide anywhere else in the world.
And in New York, in 2016, there were roughly 22,000 live births and 22,000 induced abortions of black babies. So if you were a black baby in utero, you had a coin flip's chance of being born into this world alive.
That's bad, man. 50-50 in New York. We've talked about it, a lot on this channel. What would you consider a genocide? How many people have to lose their life for it to be considered a genocide? When you look at, what has transpired in our nation, do you guys realize since 1980, 1.5 billion babies have been unalived in the womb? Do you guys realize that is more people unalived than the entire world of wars? The people that died in wars all around the world up to this point. Do you understand how crazy that is? Do you understand how diabolical that is? And yet you have politicians and quote unquote civil rights leaders still advocating for their ability to do this. Makes absolutely no sense. But then on the flip side, they'll come out and tell you that Black Lives Matter. I mean, these people are walking hypocrites.
Organization said that restricting and banning abortion is a tool that the far right uses to maintain white supremacy. Do you believe that pro-lifers are white supremacists?
I believe that.
For those that don't know, that is the CEO or president of the SPLC, who is also currently under investigation and I believe indictment for funding white supremacy in America. Make that make sense.
Reproductive liberty is.
No, do you believe that pro-lifers are white supremacists?
There's no reproduction in a pregnancy termination.
I believe that reproductive liberty is.
No, do you believe that pro-lifers are white supremacists?
I will tell you what I believe if you're asking.
Yes or no?
I can't answer that question, yes or no.
I don't think that pro-lifers are white supremacists. Do you?
What I think is that reproductive liberty is a right that every woman should enjoy.
How many babies in the United States that are aborted are black? About 40% of abortions nationwide are of black babies. Blacks represent about 13% of the population. Does that sound like something a white supremacist would oppose?
Who's the real white supremacists in this country? Who are the real, faces of white supremacy in this country? Then they'll tell you it's people that look like myself. They'll tell you that it's conservatives. They'll tell you that it's people that, are trying to stop this wicked practice in this country. While you have people that look like the leader of the SPLC, those of Planned Parenthood, liberal black women across the country, liberal black politicians across the nation, advocating for this wicked practice and has the nerve to tell folks that, if you are a conservative, black, white, or other, you're either a white supremacist or a face of white supremacy. I mean, to be honest with you, if that was truly the case, wouldn't you think they'd be okay, with allowing this practice to go on? Wouldn't they encourage this practice to continue? I'm just saying. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, this pregnancy termination, the wicked, phony SPLC? I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. I got to tell you guys about the ARP family YouTube mastermind group. If you are interested in learning how to grow on this platform, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. The link is down in the description box below. If you are interested in learning how to grow on this platform, we do a meeting once a month, every third Monday. You get 90 minutes with me to ask me questions, to pick my brain, to be around other content creators and learn how to grow this platform. What better way to learn how to do this than learning from someone who is actually doing it and who has done it? I want to hear from you. Hit that link in the description box below. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. Then the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.